Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Camo, your YouTube fisherman, back here with another video for you. I'm gonna be talking about today the surf fishing 101, basically all you need to know about surf fishing. And I have a little chart here if you guys wanna just take a look at it real quick, maybe take a picture. I made a little map for you guys. This is the beach where we stand, and that's entire structure, sandbar, fish highway, which is called also trough. Right here, it's all trough area, which is a deep zone. Sandbar, deeper water, and the next sandbar. So we're going at, almost like 10 feet, 20 feet, 30, 40, 50, 60. And after the second sandbar, you go up to the 100 feet area. So this is a little map. If you guys want to go ahead and take a picture of it, snapshot of it, whatnot, more than welcome. I'm gonna go ahead and explain all that for you right now. So what I want to start with is, how do you read the beach? I got that messages from you guys. A couple of you sent me the information that you want to know how to read it. It's really not that hard. You just have to focus on a couple things, and once you get this done, it's gonna be so much easier for you to catch fish. You capitalize on more fish when you go on a trip. You don't waste your time, and you enjoy your time on the water better. As you know, here's our beach right there. You go onto the beach and you're right there, you're looking at it. So the first thing you want to focus on, your first trough, which is the fish highway. You're gonna see that right in front of you, and you're talking about 10, 20 feet. That's it. You're gonna be right there, right in front of you, right before the sandbar. How do you know there's a sandbar? Right there around 40 yard, 30 yard. You will see the waves breaking. I made another chart for you guys so you can kind of see it here, right there. So basically, you see the waves, you don't see waves, that's your cut, which is the true, and that's a run out. The fish go in and out, and more waves are breaking this way. So when you see the waves are breaking, that is the moment you know that is shallow and there's a sandbar, so it's breaking here. It's very shallow, so it's breaking. And then it continues after it breaks. That's your little deep zone, which is the fish highway, we call it, the trough. And then right by the beach, it breaks again. So this is the area, all the crustacean, all the living creatures, everything jumbles up, and redfish, snook, whiting, tarpon, anything that wanna catch those little bait fish, little creatures, all those predators, they're gonna be right here. And how they come in to that trough, which is the fish highway, is through the cuts. Through these runouts and cuts between the sandbars. And that's how you know there's a cut, like what I showed you before. Sandbar, wave breaking, breaking. You'll have a little break. You won't see the waves breaking. You'll have a smooth, deeper zone right there, and that's your cut. And then you'll see the waves breaking again later on. That's another sandbar. You don't want to cast it here, obviously. You want to cast your first rod or second rod right here through the cut. Anywhere through the cut is fine. You could go 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. It's fine. They all move in and out. Fish highway. Boom. Another sandbar. Waves breaking. No breaking waves here. Nice and smooth, almost like a waves coming, but keep going. It's not breaking until it hits the shore. That's your run out. That's your cut zone. That's the fish highway. They enter to, go ahead and ambush the bait. All the predator fish come through there, and they go up and down. to feed. So that is the location you want to cast one of your rods. And then the sandbar right here. So again, this is very easy. So you don't want to go crazy. Oh, I want to cast the furthest. No, you could do that for one rod, which I'm going to explain right now. But your first rod should be right here, 10, 20, max 30, which is through the cut zone. And you will know that when the wave is not breaking. So that's the key when you go out to the beach and you're actually looking through the water and inspect it. That's the most important thing to do. You can't just go and okay, here we go, here I cast. No, you gotta know this. Once you do your homework, it's easy. So one rod, I cast it here, perfect, right? It's staying there, 20, 30, 40 yard line. Then you will notice further down, there's another sandbar, waves breaking. Have you been to the beach? Obviously you know, waves break, comes again, smooth, breaks again, another sandbar, smooth. So when you see the second one, that's your another deep water, deeper water, which is your trough, further down between two sandbars, and between two sandbars, another rod, 50, 40, 50, 60, depends on the tide, 50, 60 yards, you cast one right there, and ideally, of course, right where the cut and the run out is, because that's the fish highway, they come in and out. So you will get a much better chance of catching a good fish around this zone. So one here, one there, so 30, 60, which is doable for everybody. And then if you're fishing low tide, obviously you could literally walk to the sandbar here. It's gonna be shallow, it's low tide. You could go to the sandbar and then cast it out to the 100 feet zone, which is right after the second sandbar, and that's your another deep zone right there. And a lot of pompanos, they go fish right there, they go swim right there because it's a cooler water. They like cooler water. Pompano like 65 to 75 degree water. So you're gonna hit that zone right there and you will get a nice hit for a pompano. Second thing is the timing. Timing, we're talking about time, right? The zone, when you go out. My personal opinion, and it works for me the best, when you go out there early as possible, right before sun comes up. You know, the first light, it's called first light. If it's sunrise 6:30, 6 o'clock is the first light, guess what? I'm at the beach, 6 o'clock, setting my stuff, getting ready, 6:15, first rod, first rig on the water. That is the key, and I target for first light, incoming tide, on an incoming tide. That is the best time you are gonna fish, best time to catch fish, best time to capitalize on surf fishing, so you don't waste your time. Early in the morning, on an incoming tide, or high tide. That's it. If you don't have the time, not everybody is flexible, you know, everybody has life like I do. Unfortunately, I cannot go exactly where I wanna go sometimes. I target for the evening. Is the same way, right before the sun goes down. You could do that on an incoming tide. So vice versa. But the key is to fish on an incoming tide. The water is moving, bait is pushed in closer. So all the predator fish, they're coming to eat that bait, all the crustacean, everything. So think about it, everything's coming towards you. You don't have to cast 120 yards and killing yourself like I've been killing myself with my shoulder, my injury, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to cast so far. You don't have to be a professional fisherman. You just gotta know when to go fishing, especially on a surf fishing. So early morning on an incoming tide, later in the evening before the sun goes down on an incoming tide. And just work the incoming tide, high tide, and a little bit of the outgoing tide. That's also good because still moving water, a lot of oxygen. You know, fish needs the oxygen. When there's oxygen, when there's movement, fish moves. When there's a movement, all the crustacean get all piled up, churned up and everything. That's the feeding time, right? You don't want a slack tide. Nothing moves, nothing goes around. That's my other point. Waves and winds, the conditions. That's the third important subject when it comes to surf fishing. What do? You see the waves. If it's flat, calm, nothing going on, no wind, no waves, like a little sheet, do not fish. I mean, if you want to just go out there, have fun, sit around, have a couple beers, by all means do it, but you're not gonna catch anything. No wind, no movement, no oxygen, nothing getting chirped up, nothing to eat for the predators. Maybe you could be lucky by passing by predator fish, whatever, couple whiting here and there, maybe a pompano, but you're gonna be there 5 hours, you're gonna catch 2-3 fish. That's it. Flat condition, no waves, no winds, no good for me. I don't like it. So what I like, 1 to 2, 2 to 3 feet waves. Some wind, you know, anything from 5 to 12 miles an hour. Anything above 12, 14 miles an hour, again, it's gonna be miserable. When you go up to the 50 miles an hour winds, you're gonna have an incredible strong current. You're not gonna hold on your weight. You're gonna have miserable time trying to reel in, throw it back. You're not gonna feel good. You're just gonna waste time, waste energy, and that's not a good fishing day. That's not an enjoyable fishing day. So I don't go anything above 14 miles an hour, 12 to 14, depends. You know, sometimes there's a gust. So that's the key also. I stay between, you know, 5 to 12. Ideally, 8 to 10 is fine by me, it's perfect. 2 to 3 feet waves. Anything above 5 feet, again, no point. You're gonna struggle. You're gonna kill yourself. It's no good, no fun. I don't go. I look at the conditions. I look at the live cameras. You could do that online at home before you go. You go ahead and go to lots of websites. There's Surfside website right now. That's a new one. The Really Wind or whatever, they updated that to Surfside. It gives you all the wind information, wave information, where the high tide comes in, where the low tide comes in, the times. So you will know. You have to do your work. You have to do your homework before you go. That's what I do. And I love it. It's like, you know, almost solving a puzzle. And I like that. I enjoy that. Before I go, I do my homework. So I suggest you do the same and you will capitalize on a really good fish. So the third one was the waves and the winds. And then my next one, which is also another most important subject when it comes to it, you have to know the area, structure. Is it a high impact beach, low impact beach? Just to give you an example, Coco Beach, it's a low impact beach. It's flat all the way across, go 50 miles out. It's flat. I've been on a kayak, I've been on a boat, I surf fish, I live around there. It's flat. Horrible. That's a terrible condition. No structure, no deep pockets, no deep zones, no cut throughs. Horrible. So I don't go fish at Coco Beach. I rather go to Playa Linda area, more north by Titusville, or I go by Sebastian all the way down the south. Guess what? It's a high impact area. When you go on the beach, what happens? It's a huge zone right there. You come to the beach, there's a big drop. You're standing right here. Look at my stick man. And you see the big drop, huge. It's like an erosion. And that, when you see that, that's a high impact beach. That's where you wanna fish. Because there's a lot of elevation, there's a lot of deep pockets, and there's a lot of structure there. It's obvious from the high impact beach, you could tell the difference. So that's where I choose to go, in those areas, because those are high impact beaches. And you will have more structure, more pockets, more deep zones, more cut throughs, more trough. and that's gonna help you catch more fish, because fish wants structure. That's it, that's the key. They don't want nothing flat. They don't want to be eaten by the predators. They want to hide, right? They want to eat that crustacean. They want to go in deep. So that's it, that's the idea. So that's another important subject. So we cover all that. I hope that helps you. But in the meantime though, if you have any questions, please comment below, let me know. I'll definitely glad to help you out. You could message me on the messenger as well. I do reply every single person. I love it. I love sharing. I love giving information out. We all want to catch fish, and I want to help you out. So that's it. You know, why not? We're all good community here, fishing community. I love, you know, helping everybody. I love positive feedback, and all I want is positive vibes. That's it, guys. This is all it's about. Everybody sharing each other's with information, with good stuff. Everybody catching fish. That's it. Just good vibes. That's all I need. So the gear selection. We were talked about going into the trough area, which is the fish highway right in front of you. So what I do is I take right here. Here's my 4000 Shimano Sienna, and that's perfect. You could do 3000, 2500, 4000. You don't need anything higher right in front of you. And there's like a little mullet right there, because the mullet runs, right? Every time the mullet run, you have to match the hatch. So I use that. I throw that a little bit. I have 20-pound braid, 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, and I just tie them just like that, and boom, we're right there. So that's one of the lures that I use right in front of the trough. That's 10, 20 yards. You're right there, right in front of you. My go-to right here. Look at that. Teaser there. GoTo Lure. GoTo Lure, and this is color, the bone color with little shine and the tail action, little teaser. This is my go-to lure when I'm jigging right on the trough, on that little deep area in front of me, 10, 20 yards. I catch everything with that, guys. I mean, I caught snook, I caught redfish, big, huge Spanish and mackerels. Lots of bluefish with that. It's amazing. Anything shines, they come bite, as you know. So I use that a lot. That's my go-to. You could use top water early in the morning, which what I do with my kayak too. The noise, I love it. Spook Junior. So I do those. More mullet there. I mean, I got shrimp. You know, you name it, I have all that. But the key is for you guys to work those right in front of you on the fish highway. You don't have to go further. So that's it. So those are the lures that I use with the smaller rods, 7.6, whatever. You know, you don't have to get nothing crazy. So those what I use. And for the Pompano rig, when I cast them out to 30, 40 yards, 60 yards, 50, 60 yards by the cut, by the deeper end, that's gonna be my Pompano rig right here. Pompano rig, this just looks like a sand flea, right? So that's the key. They love sand flea, crustacean. So that's the floater, looks like a sand flea. I use that, high-low, little 1/0 circle hook, right there, swivel, and then you put your weight, right? Perfect. Weight, if it's too much waves, wind going on, Sputnik. You have to use Sputnik so it holds your bait, holds your rig. It doesn't go nowhere. See the space in between? It doesn't get tangled. So I like these better than these, because these are too close to those hook points. See the sharp points, and I don't like that. Sometimes it gets tangled if the water's really chirped up, too much waves, wind, current going on. So I like the long ones right there. And then if you don't have too much waves, like a regular condition, like when I said 1 to 2, 2 to 3 feet, your variety of weights, 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 pyramid weights, it works perfect. And I have variety of pompano rigs, different colors for the different clarity of water. So I do have those as well. And of course, then I forgot to mention, for my lures, when I jig right in front of the trough, spoons. Silver, gold, these with the little structure on them, they will catch you everything like crazy. Small ones, big ones, right here, anything that shines, you cast in front of you and you will catch good fish, I guarantee you guys. But another thing I was gonna tell you, all of this is good information, but let's say you went to the beach and the water is not clear. That's a very important also a point. You see muddy, horrible, dirty water, no visibility, no clarity, nothing blue, you see all greenish, murky, nasty water. Stop, move 100 yards, grab that cart, move, and I guarantee you it's gonna be much better water either to the north or to your south. You have to go do that. Don't be lazy, you don't waste your time. So look for the clearer water possible. That's when you're gonna have the best chance before even searching for your cuts, troughs, runouts and all that, deeper water in front of you, holes, you have the points, anything. So before you do that, please look at the water, make sure it's nice and clear. It doesn't have to be perfect, crystal clear. It never is. Well, sometimes is, but it's hard to find that. But try to find the best possible water, the clearest water possible. Bluish, greenish, okay. You just have to see some clarity in the water. Fish needs to see what they're gonna eat, right? So the hunters, they're gonna see. So they need that as well, as much as we do. So please, that's the most important thing. Look for the water clarity. Move if you don't have it. Then go ahead and study in the water, as I explained before. And after you do that, set up your rods accordingly. 1, 2, 3. Use your jigging rod in front of you for the trough, fish highway, and most likely, you know, through the cuts or in front of you right here. Look for bait, look for birds, look for any action going on the water, in the water, or in the air by birds. That's gonna give you a good clue as well where all the bait fish are. Where you see bait fish are, there's predators. That's it. So you just gotta look. You just gotta look, you gotta study, and then that's it. You're done. So that is my surf fishing one-on-one video for you guys. I hope you liked it. I hope you got something out of it. This really helps me out every time I go. Every time I go, I do catch good fish. You know, I do not get skunk. Sometimes slower, sometimes crazy good. It happens, fish moves, obviously. But if you do all these things that I just told you, you have so much better chance of capitalizing on a good fish and having a blast that day rather than just go out there and wish for the best. So please do your homework, study before you go, check all the elements, and I hope you catch a lot of fish. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Again, appreciate you guys checking in for my health and everything. I really do appreciate all of you. And again, I hopefully will see you out there on the surf, on the jetty, on my kayak next time fishing. Tight line, everyone.